This is a 1994 Fleetwood American Dream. I think the chassis is a 94, and for some reason I think the coach part is a 95, is what I was told, whatever that means. This is a car dolly here. It's just kind of stuffed under the front for now. It works, solid. If you got a tow car. We'll come back to the outside in a second. It does have an automatic stair, but I've got it locked in the out position right now. This thing's in pretty good shape for a 94. Before we bought it used. I looked at a lot, and this was, to say the least, extremely good. I just had a cushion on there. Those are in good shape. Dash, what did I say? The miles are, looks like about 105,000, a little over 105,000 miles, which for Cummins 8.3 is nothing. And it's got reasonably good power. We've taken it through the Rocky Mountains a couple of times, and we're doing at least as good as semis. Not as good as the new ones that are running 500 horsepower, but trust me, if you can get 10 miles to the gallon, which is about what this gets compared to 5 or 6 for the newer ones, that's nice, but ouch. These couches are, like, literally they look like they were just put in here. Very good shape, no tears. It's a nice creamy soft leather. Both of them turn into beds. We've got in this unit, there is a furnace. Might be two. It's kind of divided up. The back bedroom section has a separate thermostat from the front. Same with the air conditioning. There's 2 air conditioning units for the back bedroom, bathroom, and the front of the unit. There's the countertops. I'm not sure what material that is, but what they call it. We've got a gas range, 2 stoves, sink. Anyway, your basic sink. Cupboards, cabinets. And once again, these things, you know what? I'm just kind of glancing around, don't even have a scratch on them. Microwave, which is all good. I think it's a convection, which is nice. And another thing that people are interested in, that fridge. That's either a gas or electric. It switches automatically. And we'll go around the other side. Oh yeah, we've got a table there that folds down. That was sort of customized. That was fixed before, but one time we took a trip, we had a few people in it and needed to put a couple sleeping bags on the floor. So it's nice to have the extra space if you need it. What else am I missing? We've got a washer-dryer combination there, which is nice. We haven't used that lots, but I guess it's an option. It's got a central vacuum. It comes out of the closet. We got a shower. Some of these units had a tub configuration, but it sort of took up, I'll show you behind me, it took up some cabinet space. And I don't know how often you'd actually use a tub anyways. I think that's what you lose if you had the tub. Bedroom, decent size. I think that's a queen size bed. This originally had carpet, but we put in its laminate, which is cleaner and easier to keep clean. Some cabinets. You can probably hear the engine running underneath us there. Hopefully it's not too much. There's a little TV I put there, decent sound system, and what I've got is I've got a little computer up front and a hard drive, and it it has like 1,000 movies on it that through a network sends movies out, so you can throw it to that TV. There's one on the front I didn't show, or if somebody's got Wi-Fi or a tablet or something, they can pull movies off the system. What am I missing here? Yes, and the floors are marble. That's a plastic runner on there. And toilet. Da-da-da. Okay, and that's about it. Maybe I'll just take a quick run around the outside. There's a backup camera as well. It's a little dated. Somebody could update it, but it actually works pretty good. It serves its purpose. Oh yes, and there's the front TV. That whole unit raises up. Probably double the height it is right there. when you're parked. You know, you can put it up, watch a movie or something. This is an air brake unit, so you'd have to get an air brake license. And even if a doofus like me can do that, it's not that bad. Okay, stairs. Open that. It's got an 8 kilowatt generator that's under the front there, which generates gobs of power. If you run the air conditioners on the road, you have to start that because, of course, air conditioners use a ton of power. Or washer, dryer, anything that uses a lot. Otherwise, it can run off 120 volts, can be generated through the batteries and an inverter. But I mean, that's kind of limited use because, you know, batteries can only supply so much on things. But in a pinch, you can use it. What else? We'll carry on here. That would be cooling fan. We've got a area there for propane. The fuel goes in there. Once again, you kind of get an idea. These awnings are in perfect shape. Go along. There is a scratch back here. Here we go. I might as well point that out. Just and a little bit of rust on the gas cap thing there. I'd like to point that out because I know people don't like surprises, and you're going to see it anyway. So that'd be the furnaces, I suppose. And one of these back here is where the water connects up inside there, and etc. Sewage connections would be in this one. And around to the back. I don't know whether it's just me, but that Cummins diesel love the sound of it. Runs good. Very good, I guess I should say. And we got some battery connections, or batteries, a bank of batteries in that one. And these would be storage. One of them goes all the way through, another one halfway through with a one of those fancy slide out things that you can slide it out 4 feet so you can load things on it and put it back in. Yeah, that's another smaller storage. Another awning. I'll take a look at the upper side here. Tires, I guess I should remember. Let's take a look at them. The rears, this one I can see anyways, and I think they're all about the same. I don't know how to judge tread on tires this size, but I guess they're definitely not worn. There's a lot of life in those. I would guesstimate probably 3/4 good. One was better than the other. I can't remember fronts or backs. No, they seem the same. Anyway, I don't know if you can see my finger go in there and disappear, but yeah, there's substantial tread. I mean, you got probably, well, I shouldn't even say, but a lot of miles. Okay. I may or may not have missed something, but I suppose that could always be cleared up in a phone call. It's not too dated looking, and the nice thing is this thing is in good shape. It's got a lot of chrome. You know, a lot of the newer ones don't. It's on a Class A chassis, so there's you know, if you're looking at Class A, Class B, Class C, these Class A's, if you're in the mountains or you got to take a quick turn, and I have had to do that once, these things are going to be sure-footed. If you've got a Class B or a Class C and you have to do something evasive, that's not good. Like, the suspension's different, you haven't got air brakes, you run into trouble, this thing will stop. And it is it's not a light unit, it's 38 feet, and I think they say about 40,000 pounds when it's loaded. And if that means anything to you, that is heavy. But on the upside, gas mileage wise, it's not reflected. With the Cummins 8.3 there, it's got good gas mileage and a solid machine, which is a nice combination. I wonder if I should I won't bother starting a generator. If somebody's interested, we can take a look at that. And of course, I'm kind of the type of person that will, you know, maybe negotiate on price a bit, but I don't like to BS with that too much. And also, you know, I've owned a lot of vehicles in my life. I was kind of a car guy. And I'm one of the type that if a car's got issues, no matter what the problem, I think I do better in selling them if I'm honest and tell people exactly what little quirks, and I'll do the same with this because there's a couple, what little quirks the thing's got, what might need to be fixed. And these things are reasonably complicated. Like, you can't just kind of hop in, drive off, and have a good time, for the most part. Yeah, I mean, the systems are complicated. Once you learn them, it's just about, I just walk around and in 5 minutes, you know, you turn on some batteries, some computers, fire it up, and you're good to go. But if you don't know what you're doing, which when I first bought this thing, you know, I'm driving down the road, all of a sudden I'm losing power, and I didn't know what was going on, and it was just simply a switch I forgot to flick. And anyway, so I will be as honest about all that as I can, and maybe give a rundown of what you do. Okay, I'm talking too much. There you go.